Hey, Chandler Bolt here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the difference between being accountable and being responsible, and really how you can use those two terms in your business or in your job. So this is a concept I learned from the book Scaling Up, which is just one of my business Bibles. And really, when you're first starting out as an entrepreneur or as an organization, you're thinking like, what is the difference between being accountable for something and for being responsible? Being accountable means having the ability to count and scream loudly if something's not on track or if it's behind or any of those things. And what's really important here is that only one person can be accountable for something. Now, on the flip side, responsible means you have ownership over implementation or getting stuff done around that initiative. So think getting stuff done and implementing and being accountable, or the ability to count and held responsible whether or not this thing gets done. So let me give you kind of a couple different examples here. And really, before I do that, the important thing is that one person is accountable, but multiple people can be responsible, and you can be both accountable and responsible. So think of it as wearing two different hats, but it's important that you differentiate between the two. So let's say, for example, profit percentage in my company. Well, my financial controller is accountable for profit percentage. Now, he also has some responsibility, but really that's a team-wide responsibility, is how profitable are we going to be as a company. Let's take another example. So maybe let's say a net promoter score, or really customer happiness. Well, the student success rep at my company is accountable for net promoter score and student success at the company. But a lot of people are responsible, right? We've got coaches, we've got community managers, we've got people who are involved in the creation of the product. So a bunch of different people are responsible for that thing, but he's accountable. And then one last and just very easy and tangible example is sales. So the sales manager at my company is accountable for revenue, and then all of the reps that do the selling, and even people on the marketing team, even people on other parts of the organization, are responsible. So why this is important is because when you're going to get any initiative done in your company, you need to put a name by that initiative. So, I've got a different video on how to set goals and how I set goals both as an individual and in my company at Self Publishing School. I'd highly recommend watching that video. I break down kind of how do we do this quarterly, how do we do this yearly, and how do we do this monthly. Well, we go through this process, and we have 3 to 5 key thrusts or initiatives for the year, and then 3 to 5 key thrusts or initiatives for the month. And then we have a name beside every one of those. So that person is accountable. They have the ability to count. They have the ability to scream loudly if it's not working. At the end of the day, they're held accountable to that result, to that outcome. So the buck stops with them, but they're obviously going to rally the team, and there's probably going to be other people on the team that are responsible. So that's the difference between being accountable and being responsible. Again, small difference, but it's really important if you want to drive accountability in your company or drive accountability amongst people on your team if you're in a leadership role. So I'd love to hear from you. Accountable, responsible, are there other things that you keep track of there? Have you ever heard of this concept? Comment below, let me know. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See ya.